Hello farmers and welcome back to the Hills of Tuscany, and harvest season is upon us. We're starting off today with harvesting our oat field, and of course we'll be bringing this down to the grain mill to make flour so Rosa can get started on her dry pasta. Just spent like the last 10 minutes going over my factories, storage things, and well, a lot of our production buildings are pretty much out of material currently. So not a whole lot of money will be coming in here in the near future, so I gotta sell what I possibly can. I got $4,000 in the bank account, which is not a whole lot, but it is something. But if I do need to hire a worker or buy some material, I gotta find a way to make a little bit of cash. Things like the potatoes, we're out of potatoes, so no more potato chips. We got some made overnight from last episode, but no more will be made. Nope, we want straw swath on, please. Should be all set. Let's see, what's going on at the candy shop? The candy shop, well, always waiting for sugar. Yeah, just a lot of productions are just slowly coming to an end. Potatoes, I already mentioned that, but the soup production, the preserved food production slowing on down. So yeah, we got to find ways to make a little bit of... I mean, we're going to be fine money-wise, but not a whole lot of money will be coming in for about a month or so. But today, yes, we got to go ahead and harvest our oat field because it's ready. So we'll get this harvested. I'll probably, do the baling later on at another episode, but we'll get it done this month at some point. I do need to get over to the vineyard. I don't want to neglect the vineyard, even though it doesn't make us that much money. But the grapes need to be fertilized. We got no fertilization whatsoever on those grapes so far this season. And yeah, they've been ready for about a month or so, waiting for that first stage. And I got to get it on there before the grapes start showing, because that's when I can put the second stage of fertilization onto them. So usually this field here, we usually have wheat into the field, and it usually takes me one grain trailer and then about maybe another 7,000 liters. But this year we got oats in the field, and oats usually don't harvest as well as wheat does. So I might be able to get it all into the grain trailer and make one trip on down, and we should be all set. But we should still get about roughly the same amount of flour, because the recipe from wheat to flour and oat to flour, the ratio is not the same. But we should end up with the same amount of wheat, if that makes any sense. I think it takes more wheat to make a liter of flour than it does oats into flour. Kind of nice to be in the New Holland Combine, because we really haven't used it that much, as you can see. We're in year number 6. I've only got 4.5 hours on it. But this year we'll be doing, well, sunflowers this year. And also now we'll have our soybean field that we got to harvest sometime in October. And kind of weird, but we're going to be making some soy flour so we can make soy noodles later on. And that's going to be key, because my end of the year goal, I wanted the loan to be down to $6 million. I need to pay off another $200,000, which we should be able to do. I think last year Rosa made about $75,000, $80,000 worth of dry noodles. So if we add what we might get from these soy noodles, it's going to get us pretty close. So if we add all the other stuff that we're going to be selling, I mean, I got more soup and preserved food and potato chips that we can sell. It should be pretty close, which I'm actually shocked that we will get down to possibly $6 million, because I bought that field for what, $260,000? That originally was not on my to buy list, along with adding the extra production for $20,000 for making this soy noodles. So spending almost $300,000 that I wasn't expecting to put money towards, and still reaching our goal is going to be pretty cool. And that just means that the following year and the year after, we'll just make more money now, because we're making, well, some soy noodles. And then next year, it should be kind of easy to get the loan down to $4 million. It seems like a long ways off, but the way these seasons are starting to go, we're starting to rip through the seasons a little bit quicker and quicker. All right, so there is the headland done. It's like, why won't my header lift? Well, the header won't lift because you have the combine selected. That's why. You can't lift up the combine. So this will start the cycle of harvest the field, clear the field, and get some fertilizer back on the field. So of course we'll be using the solid manure or slurry. It all depends on what mood and what I want to use for that particular day. But usually we run out of solid manure before we run out of slurry. Oh, I do got to take care of our grass field also. I don't think I put fertilizer in the field after I cut the grass last month. So that needs to be taken care of. I mean, not a whole lot of work to do this month, but still enough to keep us busy for, I mean, this episode for sure, in the beginning of next episode, I would assume. August, I don't know, do we have any fields? I think August we might be skipping the month, other than making sure that the sheep and the cows have everything that they need. So we might be just skipping August. And I don't need to be selling everything every month like I have been in the past. I think between getting the loan down to where it is and the wind turbine doing its magic, we might be just about breaking even every time at midnight. I think our wind turbine on a decent day can bring in 20,000. For the amount of money I pay for that wind turbine, you would hope it could bring in that much money per month. I think I paid $750,000 for that wind turbine. I'm hoping when FS25 comes out that we get more of a breakdown or extension of the economy page. Because currently right now we can see we can see the current month and maybe like the previous 3 months of how our money has been spent or earned. I would like to see where we can look at like the previous year, you know, the last 12 months, so you can see what months you're making more money and what months you're losing most of the money, and maybe trying to figure out ways to run your farm just a little bit better. So let's see, we're about 60% full here. Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to be able to get all these oats into the trailer and bring that on down in one trip. And I think we might actually get more straw from the oats than we do from the wheat. I don't know if anyone's done the test in 25. I didn't, sorry, not 25. Yeah, I'm already stepping ahead to FS25. I'm not sure if anyone's done the test in 22. I remember seeing a test from someone doing it FS19 as to where you get more straw from, and people said oats. You get more straw from oats. I never did the test myself. Just I saw numerous people say it. But you know how things are. One person says it, everyone just takes it as fact, and then they say it, and then, you know, the ball just continues to roll. And then when enough people say it, it becomes a fact. So I'm not sure if we actually get more bales or not. If anyone is keen enough, what you could do is go back to when I harvested the wheat last year. And when I did the bales, you can probably count how many straw bales I got off the wheat field last time. And when I bale this field up, probably next episode, you can compare to see if I got more bales or less bales. Yeah, looks like we're going to be able to get all these oats into the trailer, make one trip on down to the grain mill. I'm probably not going to make any more strawberries. When I was looking at the factories, I see that the candy shop has loads of strawberries in storage. And the reason why it does this came to mind because I was thinking, well, from the grain shop, I need to go up to the vineyard. What I could do is take the Lamborghini up to the greenhouses and get the strawberries up and going, but don't really need more strawberries. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and unload the combine right here. Looks like this farmer, did he already harvest the field and plant something back into it? Or is it just an empty field right now? Well, there's nothing in it. And it is fertilized. I don't plan on buying any more fields, but you know, every time I say that, within a couple episodes, I'll end up buying another field. Okay, so what is the recipe difference between wheat and oats? Should be a decent recipe. So wheat is, so you put in more wheat than you get flour, so 5-4. In oats, you get more flour than you put in for wheat. So you can see 15 liters make 19 liters of flour, and with wheat, it's 5 liters of wheat make 4 liters of flour. So even though we're harvesting less in the field, the ratio of getting the same amount of flour should be pretty close. And this time I got to make sure that when I start up the flour process, instead of having the flour put onto spawning, I should just put it on distribute. And that should go directly up to Rosa, and she can go ahead and start making the pasta. Alright, so just a few more passes here and the oats will be done. Just like that, and we can move on to fertilizing our lovely vineyard. The one thing that just crossed my mind, is this the year I gotta put lime down in the fields? Has it been 3 harvests since the last time I done that? I don't recall. This is either the 2nd harvest since the last time I limed it, or it is the 3rd. We'll have to check that in just a moment. But this harvest is just about done. And it should all fit into the grain trailer. I may just keep planting oats in this field moving forward. That way I only have to make one trip down to the grain mill every season. $24, and so far about 9, that's 32, and I think our grain trailer holds 39. And it wasn't a full combine when I unloaded the first time, so yeah, it should all fit. Alright, that's one field done. Plop that in there. The field does not need lime this season, so it'll be next season, I'm sure. Feels kind of a little bit of a bad feeling not seeing a full trailer of oats, but we know we should get almost roughly the same amount of flour. I'm just going to go ahead and get this ready for transport, but I'm going to leave the combine and header up here for now. Usually this is all I would use a header for, but now this year we got the soybeans. Let's make sure we get out of the way of the straw swath, so if I happen to come up here with a baler and the combine's still here, I won't have to move it later on. Alright, let's get these oats down to the grain mill and start crushing it up to make some flour. Our soybean field to the right. cotton field to the left. Everything's looking good. Waiting for that car to pull out in front of me. No, they're going the other direction. We're all set. Kind of wish we were able to afford this field to our left when we bought the soybean field, but we were like 100 grand short. And we really needed to get that soybean field started. The sooner the better, because the more profit we'll make from that field. Alright, in here we go. So we'll put it into the original grain mill. I could put it into the modded one that we put down, but we'll separate them. And wait for those to start going in, which they are. That is the other grain mill. Where's the original grain mill? Right here. Yep, oats are going in, so we'll activate that. Flour, we're going to put on distributing. I think the only place it should go is to Rosa. I could be mistaken. I don't think there's anything else that takes flour, is there? I don't think so. No, we should be all set. And then, yep, she's got plenty of water, so she's just waiting on flour. And we'll get the dry pasta and later on soy noodles. Alright, so we are unloaded, so we're all set there. I think I can leave the Lamborghini and the trailer here for now. But now we're going to jump up to the vineyard, and we got to convert our harvester over to fertilizing. So let's go ahead and do that. That will cost us nothing. And I don't need that much liquid fertilizer, so I'm hoping I have enough money to get what we need without having to go sell something right away. Customize, and we want to do multi-row sprayer, costs nothing. Yep, just making sure. Customize. Perfect. Do I have any left over? Looks like I do. So that's going to help. That is, yep, it is liquid fertilizer. Just need 1,200 liters, I do believe. Alright, so that's 303. I mean, just give or take a little bit. Meaning, somewhere around there. Alright, we'll try 1130. I think it's going to be a little bit short. But it's a good start. Has anyone used the, is it the Colossal Pack for using on the grapes and the olives? Meaning, when you do one row, it'll do like 4 or 5, and you can adjust it. Of course, we are using a multi-row sprayer here. So these are the white grapes that we're currently fertilizing. And just that quickly, we got one vineyard done. One set of vines. So it looks like the field that we owned last season, looks like they decided to put, I want to say that's wheat. It is wheat. We'll try to stay out of their crop. All right, now for the biggest set of vines. I am hoping in FS25 that with the new crop of rice, and of course we're going to be buying, in order to harvest rice and do the rice all the way through, it's kind of like grapes and olives. We're probably going to have to buy specific implements and equipment to do just one crop. So I hope rice is worth it. I think a lot of us, when FS22 came out, we saw olives and grapes. A lot of us were trying it, and maybe some saw videos on it like, oh, we're not really making a whole lot of money on it. Maybe people just never got involved into it. So unless you got some good production buildings that make money off of it, it's, yeah, as we've seen here, it's not really worth it even for what we're doing. But I've been told the other pack I was looking at and using, production pack, that I guess makes decent money off of it. And that is, I think you can make leather and, yeah, some other products with it. I just went with what was on the map because, I like the way the map looks, the way it was put together, and I didn't want to disturb the production building that we already had here because it matched with the rest of the map and everything looked good. I'm like, I will just roll with it. I mean, we've made some money off the grape juices and a little bit of money off the pomace and the raisins. But I think it's one of those crops you either really got to go big scale with it, or I don't want to say don't bother with it. If you're just trying to make money. But if you're just trying to have fun, then I guess it doesn't matter. If you're having fun with a small vineyard or a large vineyard, then that's all that matters. Because we play the games to have fun. I remember someone saying in a previous episode here that they're playing on this map and they're pretty much doing 100% grapes. So every field that they buy, they're putting down grapes and doing nothing but grapes. And I suppose on a bigger scale, you're going to make more money off the grapes, of course. So getting the harvester and all that, you'll get your money back on that harvester faster. But here, I did not really go that big on the vines as I thought it would. But I think the amount of set of vines that we got, I think it's a good amount to showcase the grapes a little bit in case you haven't seen it or done it. How to put some fuel into this wonderful oxbow, should I call it a harvester or sprayer? I don't know what I should call it. Or is it like a tractor that has implements on it? I'm not too sure. But yeah, we were running low on the fuel, so luckily we got a fuel tanker right here over at this farmyard, so fill it up about halfway, because we don't use that much fuel. Now I'm doing my favorite set of vines, which is the one on the steep hill. And one more pass should do it. And we got our first stage of fertilization onto the grapevines. We'll check the map just to kind of see if I did miss any rows, but I don't think so. And you can see we're down to 600 liters left, so yeah, 1,200 liters is usually what we end up using. Alright, so how does the map look like? Always looks kind of weird anyways. Let's turn off plowing so we can kind of see. Yep, looks very good. Looks very, very good. Didn't miss anything. Perfect. We'll throw that back on there. Alright, so we can fold this up. And of course, we'll use this probably sometime in August, I think. I think in August is when the grapes start to sprout on the vines. So let's go ahead and park this up, and now we'll head back to the farm. And I think what I want to do is probably should check on the cows. I think they need some TMR. And I got the forage wagon on the T8. I need to bring the grass that we picked up at the end of the grass harvest. That needs to be brought down to be made into silage. And then I got to put some fertilizer down in the grass field. Alright, let's jump back over to here. Let me see here. The cows, if I remember correctly, sheep are okay-ish. And cows, yeah, they definitely could use... They're going through the TMR now because we're getting more and more. So they're going through about 42,000 liters per month. So let's bring this down. We'll dump this into the fermenting silo. We'll grab some TMR. Then when we come back up here, we'll swap out this for the... I think we'll put slurry down in the grass field. I still got to put my Challenger. Got to wash that along with the planter. Although, we're not far off from planting season. Sounds kind of weird. But harvest season is here. And right after harvest season is planting season. Try not to destroy my crops as I go through there. Yeah, but is the next thing I harvest in August? So, I mean, July we'll be skipping through it. Maybe even August I could skip through. While it's unloading, let me look at the calendar here. So June and July is all the cereal crop, and we're done with that. So the next thing is, oh, potatoes are in August. Okay, so that's definitely a priority. And that's the only thing in August, right? No, the vegetables will be ready in August. Okay, I thought vegetables were September. All right, so August. Yes, we got plenty to do in August. It's July that we can just pretty much skip right on through. Alright, let me go fill this up with some TMR. This will take about 4 minutes or so. And I'll see you up at the cow barn. So, currently the way the cows are, if I just bring them a trailer of TMR per month, that's exactly almost what they are consuming. I just wish that TMR production building, the output was a little bit faster. So we can see the manure is piling up while that's unloading. Let me just have a look here. Slurry, we got a decent amount. And manure, we're starting to get a decent amount. Alright, forage wagon we'll leave right there. And let's go ahead and grab some slurry. And it should just be on single application only. And I think I can get this whole field done with one tanker, because I did before. Alright, start spurting the good stuff. Yeah, I can tell I'm on single application because we're reaching top speed pretty much right away. Yeah, I really thought moving on in the series, going on when I change this over to grass fields, like, well, we'll just start with this, and we'll expand our grass field to wherever it needs to be. But this grass field is doing wonders still. As long as we take care of it, it'll take care of us. At least that's the whole idea. As long as I get 3 cuts in per season, we should be able to be just fine. I didn't even think that we'd make enough TMR for the cows, but that sugar production is I think it was what's really helping us out by not needing another grass field, because if I didn't have enough TMR, I'd be feeding the cows hay, which means just taking more off this grass field than needed. Funny thing is, if you saw yesterday's episode of Western Australia, I now have 2 of those sugar plants going on that map. Sugarcane. There's a crop I haven't done a whole lot of. I probably should have done something like that in this series, but we won't sugar beet. Sugarcane yields extremely... a lot. Much more than I expected. I actually got a lot more work done this episode than I thought I would. Pretty much all that's left to do this month is, well, I don't really have to do it this month, is clear up the oat field that we just harvested. So, I mean, we'll probably do it that way. We can just skip the month of July and kind of get the field ready for planting in September. I'll probably just throw down some slurry on it. Yeah, I should be able to get this whole field done with 1 tanker. Just got to go back up and get that little piece on the corner. Saving ourselves some money on artificial fertilizer. I almost don't need the spreader anymore. Same could be almost said for the New Holland 130. I don't really... That's what we use it for, was to get in the fields and spread fertilizer. Perfect. Grass field's all set. And that'll be cut in August. Oh, wow. August will be a busy month. Probably get maybe a worker going in one of the vegetable fields. We can cut the grass while that's going on. We'll fill that up and actually we'll drop that off. Might as well grab the baler. And we'll head up to the oat field. And we'll start grabbing some straw. Yeah, if you do see that manure in that pit there, that maxes out at 45,000 liters. So it's a good amount. So if I ever... I kind of forgot about the pit, honestly. But if I ever do need, if I run out of slurry and run out of manure in the big manure pit, got to remind myself that we got 45,000 liters of manure sitting over there. Taking the rough ride into the field. I probably just came in where the entryway was. I'm not too worried about getting every drop of straw into the baler. We get what we get. It's like the distant images of the map are flickering today. I don't know why that is. Don't remember that doing it before. And so far, the amount of straw that we've been getting off this field has been more than sufficient for our cows. And we need the straw to keep on getting the solid manure waste. Hopefully when I come up here with the autoloader that I can pick it up on the fly, not have to stop at each individual bale to autoload it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. I thought I knew a few tricks that when it didn't work to get it to work, and lately I can't get it to work at all. Thing is, I am running so many different type of mods, and it could be a mod conflict. It's kind of a good thing about like when the Farming Simulator drops a new version of the game. You don't have all these mods and mod conflicts that could be coming out. You just got the base game, and it feels good right from the get-go. Kind of not that, you know, I need to activate this mod, activate that mod. I should try this mod, that mod, because there are none from day one. But then there are certain mods, it's like, I really need that mod. I need it now. And as a content creator, the one mod I would like to see right away is the Easy Developer mod, because it's easy, much easier to set up a series with that. You know, by adding money or getting rid of money, or just setting up a series with that mod. I know when FS22 came out, I think within a day or two we saw some mods, but it was just like basically modded tractors and so forth. There wasn't anything too complex. And who knows how long it'll be before the first modded map comes out. Although, when FS22 does come out, which I've already purchased, I just said 22. When FS25 comes out, which I've already purchased the year one bundle pass. That's already in my library. Yeah, the first thing we'll be looking at is the rice, of course, and whatever new products are out there, like spinach. We'll have a look at all the new stuff, along with, of course, just doing some farming. I do plan on doing some tutorials, I think, like on how to do rice and how to do, if there's a special way to do spinach, I don't know. So, the baling should be done by the beginning of next episode, so all I really have to do at some point is to come over here, pick up the bales, and then put some manure down. But next episode, we should be right into the month of August. And we'll start harvesting the vegetables, because that's going to be key. Because, yeah, we're getting low on the cash. We got to start getting that production back up and going. The potatoes are very key as well. We got plenty of oil left over still. We still got plenty of sunflower and canola oil. We just don't have the potatoes. And no, I don't have any desire to buy another field to make more potatoes. I think we're doing well enough. And I don't think our production building, if I got another field of potatoes, would go through all the potatoes through one harvest season. So I think the ratio we got is pretty darn good. But I'm going to finish baling up this field. And I may even come up here with a auto-loading trailer and get the bales off the field. And we may even be starting the video right in August. I may just take care of the animals in the rest of this month and July as well. I don't plan on selling anything, and we'll just leave the money as is. We could be a little bit in debt, but I mean, I still owe $6.2 million, so we're always in debt, kind of. But anywho, if you made it this far in the video and you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps out the channel more than you know, and if you haven't done so already and you think about doing so, might want to hit that subscribe button as well. But that is where we're going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you again right here in the hills of Tuscany. But until then, have a good one.